Hi, everybody. Welcome. Today, I am um, drawn to help us discover what in the world is holding us back. Do we have a blind spot? And I know that when I hold on, turn myself off, you know what it's like to be driving and you peek. If you don't check the blind spot, you might not see a car on the road and cause an accident for yourself, right? Blind spots can be dangerous. So, how is it that a blind spot? Hey, Mr. Christina, welcome. What could be a blind spot that you are not seeing? Today, our deck, we're going to be using Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. I really love this. Hi, Nixie Cindy. And Janice is here. You guys love it, love it. Thank you for joining. And then our clarity deck. Okay, so here's how it's working today. The free readings I'm pulling from this fantastic chakra love deck that offers crystals and the meaning of the various crystals because nature always heals, right? Nature is our healer. So, this is what you will receive if you want a free reading. If you want to have an oracle pulled for your blind spot, that I'm using this deck and it's $4.99 for me to draw a card for you. And if you want to do a deep dive where we add 3 cards to the reading, I'm using the Fairy Tarot today. So that is the lineup. And right now, there's no one in line to receive their free reading. So, you guys who are here, if you want me to pull a card for you, you know what to do. Many of you have been here before. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. And first of all, I just want to give credit to Hipsy, which is my new platform. They thank you. Their Hipsy shows up. They have been they're housing all of my readings. Everything that comes to me from you goes through Hipsy right now. And I'm just so excited by how they are supporting me and my little shop of readings is over there. I have several readings that I am offering, many of them. There's like one that's absolutely free. There is one under $10, and most of the specialty readings are $33.33. I want to make it possible for you to talk to me live. Hi, hello, world. Welcome. So glad you are here. So, if anybody would like to be the first one, go over there and let's get you a free chakra blessing that's using our crystals. I'm just going to add this to the link again so you guys can click manifestor.com and you will get your free card. So, what is it? A blind spot. Have you ever been driving and somebody beeps the horn at you because you have wandered into their lane and you didn't realize that your own life was in your hands at that moment? Mhm. In manifesting, when we're trying to get that new home, you want to make a move on your career. You want to be with someone, maybe even someone who's asked you not to contact. Yes, hello world. Absolutely. Isn't that cool? These cards are just beautiful. Let me show them to you. I love using these tiny decks. I have quite a few of them, and they just are beautiful in what they offer. So each one of the cards actually has a different color and the gemstone that is represented. Snowflake obsidian, I recognize that one. And so, as I'm able to draw a card for you from this beautiful deck, you will be inspired. Be beautiful. So, please do sign yourself up. Oh, I can't say that very well. Labradorite. I don't know why that's a tongue twister. And I think this is soda. Oh, anyway, as you can see, there's just countless beautiful blessing cards. And the reason I'm bringing them is because it's a touch of nature. And how many times when life has got you, you're struggling a bit, a little walk outside, stuff like that will definitely lift your spirits. And I know the crystals have a blessing for you. So, absolutely. Okay, Christina steps up to the plate. Thank you, Christina. It's not that hard, you guys. You just click that link, manifestfactor.com, it will take you to a place where you can request your reading. And so let's grab it's here from Miss Christina. So, Christina, just holding in your heart, take a breath and just allow your energy to just downshift a little bit. Another breath. Let's see what Chris message for you. I know you flipped right out of the deck. And this is her. And those of you who really love crystals, you might take a guess like what crystal could be represented. Christina, it is the third eye chakra, and it is, hang on a second, I can't see what that says. Oh, fluorite. Okay, fluorite. Fluorite is a wonderful crystal and it has the colors. Let me see what it pictures here. I have a fluorite that's more purple. Can you see the green in here? It's green and purple, and it is a crystal that supports the heart and spirit. And for you, I know you're just moving to a new home right now. And so fluorite promises to be supportive for you because it means that spirit is with you in ways that you can't observe. The blind spot with appreciating spiritual guidance is we can't see it. We have to perceive it, right? Follow your instincts. They lead to the truth. This is so true. It has been very true for me at times when I was stuck with a situation that wasn't moving. I once carried a piece of fluorite all the way across the country. I was driving back to my hometown because I was needing to go through the divorce that wasn't finished yet. And so I was driving and I just felt drawn to hold that fluorite in my hand as a signal that I needed to be supported by spirit to be fairly treated. And so it did, I believe it did impact day for me to line up my heart and my spirit. Christina, are you familiar with heart math? Heart math is something that you look it up on YouTube, and this is where they teach that the heart has an intelligence of its own that is actually more powerful than your brain's intellect. They do a much better job of about it than I do. But they say that when your heart is in alignment with your mind and your spirit, that is where you start to really make traction and step into the life that you're being called to. Christina, I know enough about your life to know that you have been in a lot of upheaval and I do know that lining your heart, keeping your heart coherent with your spirit is going to really boost your confidence as you go through the end of the year. Okay. Oh, slipped right out of my hand. Anyway, yes. And Mystic Christina, when you get your fluorite, will you take a picture of it for me so that I can share? I would love that. So, yes, everyone who's joining, welcome. I'm just going to put this here. I will be drawing cards for the collective on finding that blind spot. But for the free readings today, we are asking the crystal world to bless us and bring us wisdom while we're dealing with our blind spot. Okay. So if you would like to have a reading, it's super easy. Those of you who have been here before know how it works. Just go to that link, Manifest and click it, and you'll be able to join the people who are going to get the free readings today. You will also see readings that'll allow a deep dive, and I'm going to give a demonstration of that right now. So, thank you, Christina. You are such a good friend of the channel and a good friend to me. So, thank you for that. Now, let's dig into this blind spot situation. Who is curious how a blind spot could be impacting you? Something in your way that you're just not seeing. Oh, do you know? You have a crystal shop on your street. OMG, I am jealous. Oh, you have moved to the most wonderful place, haven't you? I tell. Welcome. If you want to ask a question, you definitely need sign up, manifestfaster.com, and I can attempt to answer because I imagine there could be a blind spot going on for you, Natal. Anyways, that place to ask your questions is Manifest Fast. Okay, so moving forward, I'm going to, everybody who's listening right now, let this card I'm going to pull is for the collective. Probably more than one person has their blind spot. So first card kind of sets the tone for the readings, and we have trust. And I'm going to use the tarot to get clarity here. But one of the blind spots that you're a personal reading. Hi, Kaiser. You haven't been here for a while. No, I switched to Hipsy, my new platform. All of my readings and donations are over on Hipsy, and you can find the information by clicking manifestfactor.com. It is possible the super chat is now in my other menu. It's where you can pick for $5. I'm happy to pull card for you. For $11.11, I will be adding the tarot, and I'm using the fairy tarot. So this is a demonstration for you guys. You are too trusting, okay? You are too trusting, my friend. Hi, Lakshmi. I see that you're here. Dream, and you are hello world. Yes, I have you in line. Okay, so you're trusting someone. My friend, viewer. I may not know your name, but I do know that you're trusting. You're too trusting. You may be naive, and it's definitely a problem when you trust people. Now, me, Catherine, your fearless leader. I have done this many times. It's not easy to admit when you've trusted the wrong person, but there are lessons you can learn. So I'm seeing this card is wanting to be part. I want you guys to be able to see. So let me lift this a little bit. When you're trusting too much, what can we? Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups with the beautiful fairy deck, and the Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind. Yes, so if you know who you are someone, even right now, you could have a friend or a lover or an employer who has really done you wrong. You're just starting to see the truth. You trusted too much and you were very hurt. So now, can you walk away? Can you walk away? Card the Emperor. When you met this person, you felt they were trustworthy, right? I don't blame you. Been there. You felt safe. Now, you may not have known enough about them, but they present themselves reliable. But now you're seeing, wait a minute, what I thought was in my best interest suddenly is not feeling like that anymore. And here we have just is the problem. You I'm not afraid of telling the truth on these readings. In fact, in the early days when I did readings, I would hesitate, and my clients would always say, tell what you're feeling, and just let the chips fall where they may. Because you have gotten yourself into a dilemma, into a pickle. You have painted yourself into a corner with someone where you have trusted too much. You've invested your heart, you may have invested your money with this person, but you are definitely getting a feeling that it is off. Something is off. As you're looking at what you need to do, you need to cut something. Okay. The fairy deck that I'm using, hold on a second. I'll let you know. It's necessary for you to take off that blindfold, and it's necessary for you to see the truth, right? The sword, it's time to cut it off, which is exactly what the Eight of Cups is telling you to do. In order to move forward, my friend, you need to forgive yourself. This person was very charming, very charismatic. I don't blame you a bit. I noticed this purple. And Christina, if you're still here, Christina, look at that purple. That's the color of spirituality. And so, as you trusted those spiritual guides that were there for you, the truth is they were not trustworthy. Isn't that true? And so now, Spirit is calling you to let it go. And as you take off the blindfold and you see the truth, you're going to be able to use that sword of truth and to sever connections that are simply not for you to handle. Your magic words, Mystic Christina, if you've got a pencil, they're easy to remember. Peaceful indifference, peaceful indifference. As you set your inner GPS, okay, that as you're dealing with this unfair situation where you trusted too much, you want to remember that achieving peaceful indifference is everything that you need in order to move forward. Okay. So, as you guys know, I do love to say the affirmation style that I use that has continued to support. It goes like this, and it works really good to say it in a mirror. Even though I don't know how, I am peacefully indifferent toward this thing right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm peacefully indifferent right now. Even though I don't know how, my energy off from that situation right now. Okay? Go for it. You deserve better. And it's a blind spot, isn't it? And you don't want to do that again. Now, this may be something that you want to have a private reading for. I do go on live where you can actually speak to me immediately and you can have a private reading where I can explain about your blind spot to you. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're going forward. Chances are, just this reading alone is going to bring you the peace of mind that you're looking for. Okay, so I see we have some people that are signed in. Wonderful. And we have Lakshmi is next, and then we have CL. CL, welcome back, my friend. I haven't seen you for a little while. Okay. All right. I'm just reading through your question. Okay, so um, as you are sitting within the situation right now, when it comes to your cousin and her daughter, okay, so there's a situation going on, Lakshmi, which is with the family member. So there is something you're not seeing. You have a blind spot as you're trying to figure them out. So we are going to look through our gorgeous crystal deck to draw a card for you. And I'm feeling, you know what? I'm just feeling this big jam up of energy in my throat and my upper chest. Hold on a second. Always my sick symbol of somebody not being able to speak their truth. So that block in the throat chakra, I feel like that is something that is happening for you, okay? So let's see which crystal wants to support you today, Lakshmi. You can see how pretty they are. Which crystal is here, our friend Lakshmi, today? Hello, world. Oh, there it is. Okay, and ooh, look at that. That's gorgeous. So it seems to me here that there's several crystals being represented, right? This is not just one. So it's interesting to me. Let's take a look and see what we have. And it's cycles. balance. And you did mention the chakra blockages and negative chords. You know what? I think every time I come live, I end up adding a reading to my menu for you guys to choose from. And so I feel like I really need to do a shock balance reading. Wouldn't that be good? It would really allow you to explore. So we have four gemstones here for you. Like me, four of them. So let's just take that in. That's pretty remarkable. Amazonite, carnelian, each moonstone, and red jasper. So as I look at them, I can see there's colors mentioned. The red is the color of the root chakra. And often that is the chakra that's out of alignment when we're having difficulties with our family of origin. Okay. The peach moonstone is that beautiful moonstone, which is so important for women to own. It's very important for women to own a moonstone. In fact, I need to get a new moonstone. I gave mine away because it does empower to step into our true energy. Okay. And it's that orange is the color that's in our sacral chakra where we need that courage to be creative. The sacral chakra is really this, it is about sexual energy, of course. And but the deeper meaning for individuals is core level creativity. And that will bring you clarity. Okay. And next, that carnelian. The carnelian is that deeper orange color. So I feel for you, my friend Lakshmi, is that there's some meditation that I would do on that sacral chakra. Simply use the YouTube search and find sacral chakra meditation because I believe it's going to help you. So Amazonite, which is green, the color of your heart chakra, a beautiful green. So it does look like you've got chakras that are that as you with yoga, which is a wonderful tool, and meditation, these things will help you clear those chakras. Okay. So you, lucky you, you ended up with a four crystal message. Out of chaos is creation. Creation is very important. Are you a musician? Are you an artist? Do you love to dance? Do you love music? Wake up your creativity and it will empower you. Okay? Remember, I'm here for you for private readings. There are recorded readings you can purchase, but you can also speak to me or text me live. I'm here for you. Okay, thank you so much, Lakshmi. And I have some more requests. I'm so glad. Okay, let's take a peek. And next we have CL. And CL, let's see, it's usually hard to open yourself up for romance and single a long time. And when I talk to potential partners, I find an out before anything goes further. How can I get over the hurdle so I don't self sabotage? Oh my goodness, that's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot to ask in our single card. Oh, not see, eh, Lakshmi, isn't that neat? Last time you were here, you got the same message. So what I would say is, did you act on it? Did you did you find something creative to do? Yes, dancing and music. They're just it's so easy to find danceable music these days, any app or YouTube, and move your body. Very good medicine for those lower chakras. Okay, so we have CL, CL. Um, what I feel right away, CL, is there could be that something that happened in your past with maybe one of the very first people you had a crush on, going back even to those early teenage years. Those first crushes can be devastating, right? Because we are crushed when they're over. You are crushed when a crush is over. And often It will stretch into your future and into the current moment with fears and doubts about for you in love. The L, wonderful reading. It's in the recorded readings and it's called Are You Ready for Love? Let's Find Out. And that one will help you so much. So do peek in the menu and look at the description of that reading because if you are doubtful, guess what? You're going to attract the wrong people. If you're ready for love, the cards will tell you, and I'd be happy to do that reading for you. Okay, so let's draw our crystal card. Oh, right out, eager to answer your question here. Wait a second. Hold on. Okay, that's really interesting. I had to look twice here because this card just came up twice in a row. Anytime things like this happen in a reading, it makes me pause. I get chills. What are the odds? I don't know. I don't know how many cards. I think there's 44 cards in this deck. And so, what is the meaning, Spirit? What is it that you're wanting for CL? So here we have harmony. And the last one that was one for Lakshmi was cycles. And this is harmony. Harmony makes the song of life sweeter. BL, am I mistaken or are you a musician? I just feel that you're a musician. I think we've had contact before. Green jasper, turquoise, and labradorite. Okay, harmony makes the song of life sweeter. Okay, so in this question that you have about why is it that when love enters, the very first thing you do is close the door? It's like, nope, not going there. Even though you're tempted, there's something on the inside of you, like an inner goal that is to keep you safe. Okay, it keeps you safe. So, Cindy, are you CL and you're not a musician? Okay, I'm just confused with the different C. But what's happening here for you is you're out of harmony. It's like your heart is wanting to be connected. It feels the longing to be with someone, but your mind is saying, hell to the no. There is no way I can be safe if I open my heart. So when you're out of balance, that really, your mind is convinced that being single is safer. Even though you might argue and say, no, 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 being single can't be safer. Why else would I want to have a partner? What's going on? Well, your inner being, the part of you who knows what is your highest and best, you do have a hunger to be connected, don't you, Cindy? You want to have someone say, how was your day? And actually care when you answer. You want to have a ride or die. You want to know that the person you're with will not betray you and will not hurt your feelings. And so, because of that, there's a war going on, a war between your heart and your mind. So, what does that mean? It means that you have some work to do. You have some work to do to heal yourself of what is causing that between your heart and your mind. Of course, I'm here to help you. I've spent over 20 years working with people that have recovered from heartbreak. It's what I do. But I'm not the only professional that can help. Sometimes it is a counselor who you need. Other times it's simply doing a little do it yourself. You can look into the YouTube search and you can search for how to I recover from being brokenhearted. Type it in. Somebody there will have produced a video that will be helpful. Again, I do have that reading that's called Are You Ready for Love? Let's find out. It'd be my honor to serve you in that way, but don't let anything stop you. Take that action you need to find harmony. Any of these gemstones, the green jasper, the turquoise, and that labradorite would all support you. If you collect crystals, fabulous. If you can have a bracelet or something that you wear that uses these crystals, you'll support your healing. Okay, my friend, thank you so much for being here today. I'm glad to meet you, Cindy, and I believe in you. I believe in love, even though I have been, my heart has been hurt. I don't want to let fear hold me back because if you truly want to be in a relationship with someone, that is possible. Believe with all my heart because I don't think that Creator puts that desire in our hearts to find love to mock us or to make fools of us. If this is in your deepest heart, it's possible. Okay? Let me just give you a couple of affirmations before we move on. Okay, Cindy? Affirmation I would suggest is even though I don't know how, I'm feeling safer when it comes to love right now. It's very weird how we can speak from the future to ourselves and bring comfort. Even though I don't know how, I am learning to feel safer with love right now. Okay? Oops. Beautiful. This is I'm flipping through the deck. Look what card flipped itself over. The beautiful sun card. Again, this is from the fairy, mystical fairy deck. I know somebody asked me what the name, Mystic Fairy. Christina Rose, are you still here? My Mystic Fairy, the Mystic Fairy Tarot. Dearly love them. Now, as I was preparing for the next reading, out comes the Sun card, which is the happiest card in the deck. So the Fairy Kingdom is supporting you, Cindy. The Fairy Kingdom wants you to never give up. Things are possible, even for you. Okay. And Mystic, I thank you, Mystic. Okay, Dom Lazar. I see that you're here twice. Let's see what's going on for you, Dom. Mm, take a look. Okay, Dom, I see your request here. So let me just go back. Dom, I will let you know that I offer a free reading for people who are in grief. Okay? And if you look at my recorded readings, I'm sorry they're a little mixed up right now, but you will find free grief relief. It's my honor to pull cards and just bring comfort to people who have a lost loved one. So please look that up. Do that straight away. And let's just pull out our crystal deck. So freaked me out, you guys, that there were two identical cards that came up at the. I've not seen this in this deck before, so it was a big surprise for me. Okay, so Dom, let's take a look. Let's see which these crystal cards. Oh, Minister Healing, you are welcome. Oh, it says dominate. Duh. I love that. What is the message? There's been a lot of messages. Healing has been it. Oh, there it is. Oh, why does my tongue not like this word? Labradorite. Okay, thank you, Dom, that you're a she. I appreciate that. Thank you for cluing me in. Labradorite. I think that sometimes the crystals have a sense of humor because I have such a hard time saying this word. And and so with Labradorite, I have to think of Labrador, like the dog, Labrador. So do you have a pet by chance, my friend Dom, my new friend? I don't think love this stone. If you guys are familiar with labradorite, it changes as you move the stone. It actually changes color. It's very magical. Okay, so Dom, if you don't have a labradorite crystal, if you could get one, I wish I had a ring. Man, I'm going to have to manifest that. I would love a labradorite ring so I could wear it during the readings and you guys could see. So let's see what we have here. Labradorite, dreams. Oh my gosh, no way. Okay, man, that gives me goosebumps. No accidents, is there, Don? So this is a blind spot reading. There's something that you're missing that's definitely having an impact on you. So dreams are where your mind translates the divine. Do you keep a dream journal, Dom? Let's all lift up Dom's cat that she might he's sick, that he would have a healing, that the kitty would be healed. So back over to you. So do you write down your dreams? Dom, have you ever journaled your dreams? Because it does seem right now that the divine is wanting you to feel more orderly. Okay, I like where it says translates I feel, well, okay, so let me explain a little bit. Okay. Um, when you want to jot down a dream, you don't need to remember it exactly, not at all. I like to do it like with bullet points. So it's like if you dream of a restaurant, um, you just write down the ideas. Don't try to write the story. Yes, I can understand that this is a difficult time for you. I can only imagine. When you go to the grief reading, feel free to tell me your details, okay, so that I can know more about it. But you are on a healing journey. And just how labradorite changes, doesn't it? It changes with the light. There's just been a lot of wobbling and insecurity, a lot of questions. Why did this happen? What do I do next? And to, your dreams have been trying to bring you comfort from the divine. Many times with a great loss, we can lose trust in the divine for sure. And we feel life is random and there's no way to find order. So with the labradorite here, we're looking at the third eye. So what I would do is go to YouTube search and search for a third eye meditation. Okay? Third eye meditation. If you can find three different channels, okay, that offer third eye meditation, I would suggest over the next week or so that you listen to them because the divine is trying to reach through the murky situation that you're in to help you heal. Right? I'm so glad you are here. This is a divine appointment, isn't it, Dom? Absolutely. You are in process. It's almost a year and I feel that you are in a place of being ready for a step. The blind spot, I think, that could be holding you back is that you just simply don't see how to move forward, right? It's like a blind spot overtook your life when you lost your person, and you've been like wandering in the desert ever. So come aboard. Let me give you one of the grief readings and see if that doesn't bring you some peace. Okay, my friend. Hey, let's see here. All right, so we have Dom, and I think that, let me see if there's anyone else. All right, so ladies, gentlemen, friends, Romans, countrymen, whoever's here, I'm going to put my link in here. If you would like for me to pull a card for you from the crystal deck, I'm glad to do it. If you want something else from me, if you'd like to have me draw more cards and go deeper for you, I'm happy to do it. Let me just turn my getting a little darker. Make this pretty dull. Thank you guys so much for your time that you take to being here. You're welcome, my new friend. Yesterday, I did a reading and I was talking about brave it is to ask a friend, if I have a blind spot, what do you think it is? And you have to be really brave to ask this question, trust me. And I had a guy that I trusted, a good friend, and I asked him, and he said, well, you're a little domineering. And I went, domineering? Me? And I don't like that word. And I went and looked up what it meant. And I was so shocked to see what it meant. being bossy or whatever, but I am a double Scorpio and I do kind of like to run the show. But I thought to myself, I don't want to be a mouseketeer. I don't want to be mousy and not speak up for myself. I don't mind being a dominator when it's necessary. But this is something when I look at your name, Dom, it makes me think of that. Sometimes our weakness is is our strength pulled out of balance. Okay, so Dom, now that you're on with Manifest Faster, you can go to my page, and as you scroll down, you'll see it says see more about the advisor. And you click there, and then it will open you to the menu of all my excuse me, the menu of my recorded readings. There is not a direct link at this point, but Hipsy is looking into creating that because it would be easier for you guys to find out how to get your readings. Okay. So let's move forward. While I'm waiting for someone to register for a free reading, again, I'm using love cards for our free readings tonight because when you do have a blind spot, when you're not sure what to do next, nature is always the quickest cure. Nature is the way we commune with the divine as we look at what's created. And when it comes to crystals, I think crystals could be all gray. They don't need to be a color. It's only for our eyes to appreciate the colors of the crystals. And that's why I chose this, just to give you some hope and comfort if you are feeling like you are stuck. So, right now, though, I'm going to draw an oracle card. For those of you who are watching in the collective, thank you for being here. I want to draw a card about this blind spot. It's costing you. It's costing you more than you know. What is your blind spot? The spot that's holding you back, right? So what we're seeing here, let me just put it up, is that there is there your vitality, that your vitality is what is down. Okay. Your energy has, you're not yourself. Okay. You think you are because you're the kind of person when you go out in public, you act as if you're fine. You do. You're expected to perform. In fact, you might be a performer, a musician who's sick and tired of playing those old songs, or you go to work and you're not happy there anymore, but you paste on a happy face. The blind spot is that people can read your true energy, and even though you are trying your best to act as if you're fine, you are not. And this blind spot is hurting you because people don't trust you. You're coming across as two faced. And two faced usually is because somebody lies and they tell the truth. And it's not that kind of two faced. This is two faced where you are acting as if you're fine and you're not, and not being able to be true to what's going on is holding you back. Your vitality is so low right now. So let me draw from the um, Mystic Fairy Tarot, and let's see what's lying underneath this. If you would like me to do this kind of reading for you, you can register for it at Manifest Faster. It's $11.11. I'm happy to pull cards for you personally. Right now, for the collective, hi Jasper, from July. See, what is it that we have for our friends who are acting like they're fine, but they're not? And it's costing you so much energetically. First card, the Four of Cups. Yes. Look at how the fairy to the right, the little boy fairy, this is the perfect card for this reading. I love how the cards do all the work for us. Here we have both of them are looking like they're quarreling. They're arguing. Can you see that? They are not pleased with one another. This is like the true energy of what's going on. Energetically, you're coming off as conflicted because the two parts of yourself are having like a tug of war. They're not in alignment. There's a part of you that wants to put an end to something. A part of you's tired of pretending that everything's fine. And the other part is fearful of that. How can you be yourself? How can you um, I love that from July. I do see you in there. God, I love that your account name is Kevin. That's your cat's name. That's too fun. So anyway, let me finish this one first. Okay, from July. So the Four of Cups, though, is the evidence. This is the energy. You think that you're this, happy and cheerful and your normal self. But the truth is, you're so conflicted inside that people are reading you as not being genuine. And that's not true of you, is it? That's why this blind spot is costing you so deeply. See what else the theories have to. The Pentacles, yes. Oh, this is such, look at the difference. Let me just hold these up so you guys can see them well, because this is so cool. Look at the difference in mood between that Four of Cups and over here, the Ten of Pentacles. This is your destiny. This is the true you. As you find what it is that the action step you need to take so that you can rest. It could be just taking a couple days off and doing nothing, but something needs to realign for you so that you can get that vitality back and be true to yourself. This is what's in the cards for you. This Ten of Pentacles is a wish come true. It's everything's going smoothly. This is a kind, collaborative, fulfilling, satisfying energy. This is what you're desiring, I can only assume. But pretending that you're happy when you're not is robbing you of this destiny that you have, where you have enough, you are enough. Think as if everything is fine is spending so much of your energy. I'm feeling drawn to just pull the card at the bottom of the deck, famously known for what it is that you're not seeing. And the Two of Swords, that Two of Swords. What you're not seeing is that this choice is yours. You may feel trapped, like you have to act happy when you're not. You may feel trapped, but the reality is, no, you're not trapped. Your mind is telling you you have to. The divine is saying, come into alignment meeting with yourself. Listen to your intuition. It will guide you through this thorny situation. As you create peace with yourself, you will restore your energy. It's so important that you recognize the blind spot. Think as if everything is fine when it's not. Okay? An affirmation that may be helpful for you here is this: even though I don't know how, I'm seeing myself as enough. Even though I don't know how, I'm seeing myself as true to myself. Even though I don't know how, I'm choosing to be real now. Okay. Wonderful reading. Sometimes those blind spots are quite puzzling, aren't they? Hi, Sarah. Welcome. If you want to have a card pulled for you, I am using the chakra deck right here for our free reading. And in order to get a free reading, all you need to do is fill out the form for me. Let me just add it here. You'll see it says manifestfaster.com. And as you click that link, you can add your reading. Hold on for just a second. I have to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay. And I see I have two people here. Let's see. Um, Kevin, who the kitty's name is Kevin. So thank you for telling me that. And on here, you are, let me see, what is your name on here? Let me go um, from July. From July. Okay. From July. Let's draw you card. Is your name is July? I love that. I love that. Were you born in July? Your parents were creative? July. I think you might be the first person that I have met whose name is July. Okay, so this is our deck, and you're asking about your career and the industry you're going into. Okay, so hold on. So we're asking in the crystal deck for support in your career search. Okay, so what is it that you need? What kind of blind spot could be in the way of what is going on with your career search, and even wondering what field, what but I chose this name myself because 7 is an important number for me. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to check with the crystals now, and we're going to allow one of, okay, remember we've got all these beautiful cards, and we're going to let the card spring out of the deck for us. What is it in the crystal messages that will help you on this career search? And don't forget, I do have readings here on Hipsy. When you go to manifestfaster.com, I can create a video for you, or you can even speak to me live and get a reading directly from me where I can pull for your particular situation. Oh, there it is. Okay. What did you study in school, or what are you trained for, July? This reminds me of rhodochrosite. We'll see when I flip it over. But what are you trained, or what have you gone to school to study? Let me know that. So rhodochrosite, I think that's what this is. Let's take it over and see. And it is rhodonite. Okay, so rhodonite. So the first thing that I notice about this July is that it's got these darker pieces, right? The pink that's in here is really soft and lovely, but these dark streaks are going here. Okay, we started it. Okay, good, good. So I'm seeing that spirit is wanting for you to look into the dark spots, the side of your personality, your shadow, because there's like a sense of lack of self-acceptance, and it could be because you started to go to school in something that you felt, oh yeah, that's for me, and then you got there and you thought, nope, not for me. And there's something about changing your mind. You may be having a little bit of self-judgment about that. um Good, that's good. So multi-talented, got a lot of directions you could go. It seems like your blind spot might be in accepting the shadow side of your personality. So what is are you a Cancer? Your Cancer sign, is that true? Because there's a wonderful, absolutely fabulous guy. Before I even turn your card over, I just want to write this in the stream. Um, I love this guy. I don't even know what his name is. He's just called the astrology guy. And the reason that I love him so much is because he will tell you what is the shadow side of Cancer and cuspy. I attract a lot of cuspy people into my readings. I think that cusps do have special challenges. So I hear you. I should make up a reading for cuspies. Anyway, but the astrology guy has a video where it's the do's and don'ts of dating a Cancer. And you need to go listen to that. It's the astrology guy. You can search for him. The do's and don'ts of dating a Cancer. And when he says how to please a Cancer, you'll nod along and you'll say, great, great. I love it. I love how he talks about Cancer. But when he talks about don't make a Cancer mad because this is how they act, it will be positively wonderful for you. Okay. So as you figure out what are your negative sides and you accept them, you're going to have a lot less confusion moving forward. Okay. So this is love. So, and it's rhodonite. So you might want to also Google rhodonite and read the full message of rhodonite. I think it will help you. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. And my friend July, this is about self love. This is about self love. What do love is a verb. So what are some things that you're doing right now? Or rather, let's flip it around. What are some things that you're not doing that you know you should be doing? Right? You've been nagging yourself about doing these things, getting massages, practicing meditation, practicing yoga, really finding what your body needs for support and taking action on it. This is a key for you. As you allow yourself to have some somatic experiences, I use tapping in my work. I teach my clients how to tap. It's a fantastic tool for bringing peace to your nervous system. You do need some somatic work, July. This will help you ground yourself with your watery, fiery combination of Cancer and Leo. Learning how to sit quietly, learning how to settle yourself will bring you some peace of mind. Okay. Somatic work is when your body is involved with your intentions. For example, when you breathe deeply, and by that I mean you take a breath in, hold it, and then you exhale longer than you inhale. So taking an inhale to the count of four, hold it for a count of four, and then exhale to a count of six. What that does is it soothes and calms your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is a physical part of your body. So when you're bringing relief to the physical part of you, that's called somatic. When you go out and run, that's a somatic activity. It's almost meditative. When you swim laps, when you dance, when you move your body and you are holding a pleasant state of mind, it's somatic. Tapping is where you use your fingertips and you tap around certain spots on your upper body, and it brings a sense of relief. Okay. So I hope I'm not a somatic therapist. And so I hope I did okay to try to explain what it's like. But the truth is that your confusion around your situation is coming from the stars because you're cusp and cusps can have to deal with some confusion. And also, it's embracing your shadow side. The blind spot that you're not seeing is that you don't have to be afraid of your shadow. Okay. Excellent. There you go. So that's what I was saying. I picked up this energy that there's something you could be doing that you've been delaying on. That's a blind spot, my friend. Okay. So with us being witnesses here for you, let's all cheer our friend July along. Let's give some kudos here with the little hearts and the 100. That's it. And we'll just lift you up to get you from stopping stalling and get yourself on that dance floor. Okay, my friend? Also, if you want to go deeper on this stuff, I'm here for you. Check out the recorded readings menu or come and talk to me live sometime. I'd love to support you. Okay. So moving forward, I have three people in line. Yay. Thank you guys. I'm getting to ya. Hold on here. I love the crystal deck, don't you guys? I'm gonna definitely keep this one as a favorite. Okay, and we have Alida. Oh my, Alida. Aw. So, Alita, I technically don't want to say this message out loud, not to give any credence for the persons who have hurt you. Okay. Let's just say that you found out some bad news about a person, right? That's what you know what this is. But, and gosh, when you get blindsided, right? When you get blindsided and you never saw it coming, I'm telling you, there's nothing worse. I mean, if you were here, I would want to hug you. It's terrible to find out. I had a friend, this has happened to two of my friends, but this one friend of mine found out that her husband was cheating with her best friend. Can you even imagine? She knew her best friend over 20 years. She was married over 20 years. And she lost her husband and her best friend in one fell swoop. And it was so painful. So, with your situation right now, just know that spirit is here to comfort you. And again, just using our one card, what is the guidance for the crystal wisdom for my friend Alida? I hope I'm saying your name right. What do the crystals have? This is so, so difficult. My heart goes out to you. Definitely would love to read for you. You know what, Alida? In the grief reading, there's a grief reading that is free for people who have lost a loved one. And with your situation, my goodness, the loss that you're experiencing is horrific. And so please take advantage of that grief reading because I would love to support you a little more deeply. Okay. There's no charge for the grief readings. Look at this beautiful blue. So trying to think what it could be. I'm not so sure about that blues. Oh, celestite. That's true. Celestite is a beautiful light blue like this, a very heavenly stone. But the softness of this blue, I believe spirit is just reaching through to you through this card with just comfort. This blue, it reminds me of the throat chakra, and just being able to express truth and to feel truth. I imagine with the news you got, you felt like your throat was closing, right? I bet you felt pressure in your throat. I imagine that you might have had tears and anger. And so there's just healing for you around the area of your throat. Let's see what this is. Let me see, I can read it. Oh, this is such, let's see, what is it? Oh, I see. This is called Rainbow Moonstone. Okay. Rainbow Moonstone. It was told to me by someone who is a crystal expert. Every woman should have a moonstone. Okay. Moonstones are very highly tuned to the divine feminine. So interesting in your situation with what you've learned about the people that are involved. Very interesting that the divine feminine is showing herself here. Okay. I think you know what I mean, Alida. To calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. This is so appropriate. I am getting chills. This is so appropriate for your situation, Alida. What is the animal that spirit is talking about? It's that animal of anger and betrayal. It's important as you go forward, and I know this is not easy today, but this ability to deal with anger and rage and disappointment in a way that will help you without feeding it. So I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to show you one of my favorite techniques for when you're overwhelmed with some kind of event, something that has happened that has hurt your feelings so badly. You're angry, you're upset, and it's you have a right. What has happened has been so extraordinarily awful that you have a right to do something about it. Now, there's many steps that you need to take going forward, but the blind spot that you need to recognize is that Talking about anger, talking about how bad it is, feeds the animal and it doesn't allow you to be free. So, this technique I'm going to show you right now, I use it myself and I've taught my listeners, my viewers, how to do it. And this July, if you're still here, July, this is a somatic exercise because I'm going to be using my hand and I'm going to be use my hand as I try to process some of this anger. So you grab a marker or a crayon and let yourself think about what has happened that has been so harmful. Okay. So you're going to let yourself think it. And probably you'll feel pressure in your throat. You might feel pressure in your neck. Your eyes might start to water with anger, and you start to scribble and you scribble and scribble. And you'll find that you'll lean hard on the marker when you're feeling it. Okay. It's totally unfair. How could this happen? How dare he? How dare he do this? How dare he put me into this terrible situation? And you can speak it if you want, but thinking it, it's as if the anger travels down your arm into the paper. If you use a really large piece of paper, you can fill it with scribbles. Eventually, your arm will become fatigued. This is journaling made easy, right? You don't have to write sentences to allow energy to leave your body and go into something else. Then, what I suggest, I'm glad my card was strong. You can burn this and do it in a safe way, but go ahead and light the corner on fire and let it burn. If you've got some aluminum foil or a metal pan where you can just drop it and let it burn. This kind of thing, if you do it every day for 3 or 4 days, you'll soothe yourself from some of that anger. You do need support, my friend. You need support, Alita, from probably some legal support. You probably could use some emotional support. That when you go through things like you're doing, getting some counseling, you don't have to go forever, but talking to someone to make a plan moving forward would be highly recommended. Tarot readings and crystal readings are wonderful as part of our healing tools, and even scribbling to get rid of anger. But what you're going through right now really needs tender loving, and I would say even professional care, my friend. Okay. And do look up the meaning of the rainbow moonstone. Just Google it because many times there's an extra blessing when you do that research and find out what it is that you can do with that crystal. Okay. Swara, welcome. You're next and you're excited. I'm excited for you too. Thank you for the comment about that anger technique. It's something that's helped me so much over time. For those of you are just joining, I'm Catherine. I'm just going to take a break here and sip a little bit of water. You are welcome, Alita. My heart goes out to you. Please do look for that grief reading, okay? When you find my page on Hipsy, manifestfaster.com, and scroll through and look at the offerings, you'll see that reading, okay? I hope I hear from you. Sipping some water. Isn't it a killer when you have a blind spot? Like everybody else can see it, but you're not. And chances are for you, Alita, the same as my friend with her best friend having an affair with her husband. There were tons of people that knew that was going on, right? And nobody told her. So chances are that you will also be getting that sense that people knew and they didn't say. And it's difficult to accept that. It really is. I remember when I divorced my husband and people said to me, "Well, we all knew it wasn't going to work out." I said, "Well, why didn't you say something?" But I don't know that I would have listened either. Isn't that the truth? So let's see, Sarav, I hope I'm saying your name properly, my friend. Number 8. 8 is a lucky number. Um, Oh, so you're looking for a soulmate. You're looking for your divine counterpart. Isn't that a beautiful name divine counterpart, someone who was designed by the Lord, by God, to be your perfect person. Wouldn't we love to have that? Okay. Now, I do longer readings around love, several of them. And when we draw many cards, you get more instructions right now. But tonight, using our crystal deck, what we're wondering is what is it? What's a blind spot for you? What's going on that might be blocking you from having your true love show up? Okay. So, again, we've got all our beautiful cards, all of those colors, right? Let's see, what is our message for Sarah? What is the blind spot? What's something that she needs to consider in order to find that partner? So, Thrav, are you a female or a male? Sometimes with the names from the different countries, I apologize, but I don't know. So let me know. Are you looking for a husband? Oh, you're male. See, I'm glad I asked. So you're looking for a bride. Hey, listen, if you hung out at my readings, Sarab, if you watch my readings, there are gazillions of women looking for somebody just like you because they come to my readings and they say, when am I going to find my husband? Okay. So, first thing I want to tell you is that there is a woman for you who is the divine's choice. Okay, many times we think we know what's best, and the divine says, are you sure? How's it been going for you? So the cards are being a little stubborn. So the first thing that I'm thinking is there any stubbornness in your personality that could be in the way? What is your astrological sign? What is your astro sign? Let me know. Just gonna put this, I'm gonna give them a shuffle. What is your astro? Aquarius. Okay. An air sign. So Aquarius, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes Aquarius has a hard time making a decision. They're indecisive. So this could be a big blind spot for you. Okay. If you are a little indecisive in your life, there may be fear of making a mistake. And so therefore you can get stalled. So let's see here. What is it for my friends from? Oh, thank you. Beautiful. This is a beautiful color. It kind of reminds me of Amazonite. Amazonite has the most, I have a big chunk of it somewhere around here. It's such a gorgeous stone. I should bring it to the next reading. It's just beautiful. So, yes, this waviness, see all these waves in here? This would suggest to me that it's like indecisive, wobbly. So, you are going to want to be aware of that. When here's a little test. If somebody says to you, would you like to go to this movie, for example, and you say, I don't care, what do you want to do? These kinds of things where you avoid making a decision, this could be a huge blind spot for you. You may find yourself wanting to be with a person who would help you with your decisions, and then they're thinking, no, stand up, do it yourself. What do you want? Tell me what you want. No wishy-washy, right? Does wishy-washy translate to Hindi? Let's take a look at what this is. And it is Amazonite. It's what I thought. It's Amazonite. And it's about your throat chakra. So I do feel that this supports the idea of using your voice decisively. Okay. When you hear yourself being wobbly or being unsure, maybe fearful to make a decision because it's not perfect enough. These are things that you need to develop because women do like men who are decisive, not a bully or not mean, but just to be able to state clearly what they want and to do it with love. Women love to have a leader, not a bully, not someone who will treat them disrespectfully. No, far from it. But they want to have a man who is confident in themselves. Okay. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. Isn't that interesting? You said you're in pain. So the cards are asking you to use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. So when it comes to finding your love match, how could you put action to the call of Amazonite, the throat chakra? What I would say, one of the things that I love to recommend to my single clients who come to talk to me is to find something in their community that they could be a volunteer. Whether it could be helping at a market that's for people who don't have a home, let's say. Let's say there's a market where they give food to people who need it. When you serve in a capacity like that, when you help other people, there's something in that creative use of your time that helps you feel more positivity. What is it that you enjoy doing? It could be that you might be very good, for example, with computers, or you might be very good with some kind of technology. And there may be something right in your town where they could use your work as a volunteer to help them organize themselves. I have a person I know who volunteered at a charity near her home to work on their Facebook page. They did not have a Facebook page, they had no social media, and they were losing opportunities because they didn't know how to use Facebook. There are people all over the world in this exact same dilemma. You may know how to do something. You could volunteer to teach someone else. When you give to humanity, spirit rewards you greatly. Okay. It also introduces you to wonderful people because people who do volunteer are have huge hearts and they love serving humanity. Okay. So I appreciate that this is difficult. One thing I would do is I would look on YouTube search for um, a meditation. Search in YouTube for a meditation for your third eye and for your throat chakra. Your third eye and your throat chakra. It would be best, Sarav, if you would find meditations that are in your native language. English is okay, but it will go deeper in your native language. Also, you can do a YouTube search on how to find my soulmate in your native language. There are so many wonderful teachers who publish material on how to make a plan for finding that soulmate. I do the work myself, but sometimes the exchange of money between our two countries makes it next to impossible to work with me privately. But you can take a look at what I do have to offer. But I know for a fact there are many teachers and coaches that speak Hindi that do give tools to you to prepare yourself to be a wonderful soulmate. What I tell my clients is you may not be able to control when your person is coming, but you can control the kind of soulmate you will be. I will work on my own definition of what is a wonderful husband. Let's try a couple of affirmations. Even though I don't know how, I'm learning how to be a great husband right now. Even though I don't know how, I am becoming a wonderful husband right now. As you speak these comments ahead of time, I don't know how it works. I just know that it does. It just prepares your heart to be ready for that loved one to come in. Okay. It's hard when you're lonely, right? That's why I always recommend to my clients get involved volunteering somewhere. Only the best people volunteer. There's people of good heart. Oh, yes. Being cheated on really hurts, doesn't it? It really does. I appreciate that. I would, again, look for YouTube video on getting over heartbreak in Hindi. Okay, I know there are teachers and coaches out there who have produced material that will be very helpful for you. Okay, my friend. I wish you all the best. Let's throw some hearts into the mix for our dear friend Swarav, who is going through such turmoil after being cheated on and really wanting to learn to trust again. Okay, please come back to the readings. I'm here several times a week, and I do offer what the cards have for you. All right. And the love in my community. I'm so proud of my community because you guys, I couldn't do this without you. And having you here lifting up people who are hurting is really wonderful and a true blessing for me. Okay, let's see. All right, so right now I do have room. If somebody would like to have a crystal card pulled for them, I'm going to be here for a few more minutes and I'm happy to pull a card. But meanwhile, let's take a look at our oracle and find out what blind spot is costing you so much, costing you everything. If you've just joined me, welcome. My name is Catherine. I'm all about helping you break patterns that are holding you in your blind spot. So don't scroll away right now. Let's pull a card that will be resonant for you. Okay? This is for my people who have just arrived. What is the blind spot and what is the advice? Let's take a look. And we have find balance. Yes, I believe in humanity too. I absolutely do. We are in a linked community. The internet makes it possible for us to speak to one another across the miles. And it really is miraculous that even in our darkest times, we can find support. So, blind spot here. Okay. You, whoever's hearing this, you are a worker bee. You are so busy that you spin. It's like you're spinning and everything is busy, busy, busy. You rarely take a minute to slow down for anything. And that's a blind spot because without knowing how to take a break, without balancing work and home life, there's no time for you to advance. What is it you're looking for? Is it a fresh love? Is it a reconciliation in your family? Is it a career move? Whatever it is, your busyness is your blind spot. Okay. So I'm going to use my mystic fairy tarot here and I'm going to draw some tarot cards to help you because being too busy is one of the biggest reasons that people get stuck or they just can't get what they're wanting. What is it? You're so busy that you are not seeing what's possible for you. It's like filling your time with busy work that doesn't get you anywhere. Our first card is the Knight of Pentacles. Yep, I love look at that look on the fairy's face. It doesn't look very happy, right? And this would be the energy of that Knight of Pentacles that's working so hard. He goes slow. He doesn't rush. He goes slow because he wants to make sure it's done right. And he's got all of this fruit surrounding him, but he's not taking advantage of it. It's just work, work, work. And our second card, we have the moon. The moon. The moon is a card of confusion. Okay. So with these two cards right next to each other, it's as if they're battling one another. This one's saying, I'm just so tired, but I don't know how I can take any time off. And over here, we have the moon card, which is shrugging. You know, when you shrug your shoulders as if to say, I don't know what to tell you. And so the moon is just, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to help you. Okay. Hi, Anna. Welcome. Welcome. I'm glad to see you all the way from Norway. And let's see our third card here. The Knight of Wands. Okay. So as you are wanting more for your life, you're wanting more. What you need to know is that staying busy all the time, just being busy, 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 is standing in your way. It's so important that you take time every day to rest. If you don't have a meditation practice yet, you definitely here, let me give you a resource, you guys, because there is an app that you can find in your app store. I love this man so much. Henry Shookman. He's the best meditation teacher I've ever had. I'm 73. I've always used to do meditations that were guided, where the voice takes you on a journey. Those are my favorite kind. But in the last year and a half or 2 years, I've started doing more silent meditations. And Henry is so generous, so calm, it's changing me. The calm mind makes better decisions always. So, learning to calm yourself is going to pay off big time. The blind spot that you have is that busyness feels productive. It feels good. Like when you accomplish things, people appreciate it, you get paid for it, whatever it is. But this blind spot about work life balance is really costing you more than you know. So, with these two Knights of Pentacles, offers are coming toward you. The very answer that you're wanting is close by, circling. Imagine a butterfly trying to land on a flower when the wind is blowing hard. Okay. And I can just picture the butterfly fluttering, the flowers waving back and forth, and the butterflies like trying to land. That's the image that I get, that universe wants to bless you and wants to bring your dreams into reality, but you are so busy, you're not standing still long enough to receive. So, what the blind spot is your busy schedule. What you need to do is learn how to receive. This Knight of Wands is a symbol of something coming your way. You need to prepare for it. So, please do take a look into the YouTube window and look for something about receiving, the art of receiving. Okay, let me just put that in there. As you learn how to receive, you will find the balance that's going to get you exactly what you have been trying so hard to get. You can't imagine trying to receive something with a closed fist. Somebody wants to give you something and you hold your hand out and say, "Okay, I'll take it." That's what happens when you're too busy. There's no way for you to receive. Okay. So, my friends, an affirmation that can work would sound like this: even though I don't know how, I am an expert at receiving right now. Even though I don't know how, I am expert at receiving right now. Even though I don't know how, I am learning to receive like never before right now. Be ready to say, no, thank you. I can't do that. Somebody gives you an opportunity and you don't have time. Say, I just don't have time in my schedule for that." Learn to say no and learn to say yes to yourself when you need to relax a little bit. Okay. So there you have it. Thank you for being here tonight for our blind spot readings. I learned a lot. I hope you did too. I'm really looking forward to seeing you again next time. I'm abundantly grateful for your time and your energy. Keep an eye on your email. Check your junk mail, because if you signed up for a reading tonight, I will be sending you messages. Today, I made up a private video that's only for the people that are here in my community on Hipsy. And I love having that ability that I can reach out and share with you privately what's on my heart. So thank you for joining my community. I appreciate you muchly. I will see you at the next reading. Go forth and prosper, my friend. Bye now.